Hi, my name is Gundry-Beck and I'm a graduate of Norwich University of the Arts. I did a BA in photography there and I graduated in 2014. I absolutely loved my time in Norwich so much. So I'm now living in Iceland. I'm from Ireland originally and I'm working as a commercial fashion and music photographer and videographer. So I'm going to be taking you guys on a journey around Iceland and showing you my story.
It all began for me in Norwich University of the Arts. I was there from 2011 to 2014 and had the absolute best time. I met incredible people, both students and staff. I really believe that what you put into university is what you get out of it. I was surrounded by students in my own course and other courses, and the technicians and the tutors and the visiting lecturers, which meant that I was having these creative discussions unlike anything I'd ever had before. I'm still good friends with people that were in my year from a lot of the different courses, and it's so special to be able to share our experiences and talk about the creative industries. I have a very particular style in photography, so I like to create bright, dreamlike images with pastel colors and minimal compositions. Norwich really helped me to develop my visual identity through a variety of projects, but I really remember one project where we had to create a series of portrait, landscape and still life images with a similar feel, and I think that's where I really found my voice. After graduating, I moved to Cambridge and then London, and I assisted many amazing photographers and I worked in shortest studios. I learned so much while I was living in London, but I was craving an adventure in a different country. I had this limiting belief that assisting in London was the only path to becoming a successful photographer, but then I realized that there are many paths, so I decided to move to Norway for a bit, and that ended up being 2.5 years. I was an in-house photographer for an ad agency in Bergen, and then I moved up to Tromsø, where I ran Northern Lights photography tours. I was funded by an art centre while I was there called Tvibit, and I got to make a photo book and an exhibition about the Tromsø region. My time in Norwich helped me to prepare for this so much because I had experience in printing my photographs and curating an exhibition. I always had this love of travel. I had heard stories from international students and tutors and the visiting lecturers, so I went for it. I've now been to 36 countries, and one trip that really stood out to me was that I was asked by the Solo Female Traveller Network to create promotional videos for their tours in Egypt. I think the beauty of this life as a photographer is that it opens doors. It brings you to places you would never have gone to. It gets you to meet people that you would have never otherwise met. I moved to Iceland in April 2018, and I didn't know anyone. I'd never been here before. I did not have a job or a house lined up. But after a couple of months, I got my dream job creating promotional photo and video content for a tour company around Iceland, and I built up my freelance career alongside that. Then I went fully freelance in September 2019, and I do a lot of lifestyle advertising, so people using products in cool locations. Norwich taught me a lot about how to create a narrative and an image to help advertise a product or a service. I also do a lot of fashion photography, so here's some behind the scenes from a recent editorial shoot.
So we're hiking up this glacier at the moment, and I'm going to be doing this menswear fashion shoot, and I'm with some glacier guides and a team of people, and I've got my axe, I've got my crampons right here for digging into the ice. It is not an easy shoot. It's an hour's hike up to here where we've got this ice fall, and there's a lot of slipping and sliding, really difficult stamping into the ice, but it's definitely worth it to get the shots, and I'm so excited for this. So I'm here on Fatjökull Glacier and I'm doing a fashion shoot. I'm doing an editorial using clothes from Farmers Market, which is an Icelandic brand. And yeah, I've got my two models behind me, Donal and Norris. And yeah, I'm really excited to shoot on this glacier. All right, so guys, if you can make some angles, make some triangles with your, yeah. And then maybe Donal, if you can be fixing up. Yes, perfect.
Hair out.
Love it. Can you come a little bit closer to each other? Yeah, cool.
Cool.
And then maybe Naris if you look at me. Yeah. That looks awesome, guys. That looks so cool. So I'm on day 3 of this trip and I'm shooting this menswear editorial, and we're on a glacial outlet on a frozen lagoon. So basically we've got this frozen lake that we're walking on and there's all these icebergs coming out of it. It's so beautiful here. We've got our crampons on and I'm basically just standing on frozen water right now. So we've hiked out from the car park probably about half an hour and I'm shooting these guys in this insanely cool iceberg. Looks cool. Don't know if you could move your hand back a little bit. Perfect. Perfect, guys. This looks so good. Love it.
So here are some of the final photos from the shoot, and they got accepted into Saint 8, which is a print fashion magazine, as an editorial spread. I wouldn't be where I am today without Norwich University of the Arts. I gained so many business skills and technical skills and critical thinking there. I got so much inspiration from my time there. My advice to anyone starting out is to reach out to photographers and other creatives that inspire you and suggest just meeting for a coffee, because you never know what you could learn from each other. I also recommend assisting photographers in different genres, as it can be really helpful to learn what you don't want to do as well as what you do want to do. So thank you so much NUA for everything. It's been such an important step in my career and such a special time in my life.